People of Reddit who work in a casino, what's some of the saddest moments you witnessed? I was a cashier for the food outlets in the casino. I saw a kid come into the diner inside the casino. He sat down and just stared straight ahead with a blank look on his face. Server went up to him and the kid asked, "How do I tell my parents I just lost my college money?" I'm sure there were more, but that's the main one I remember. Also, if you go to casinos, please don't treat the employees like shoot because you freaked up and lost all your money. It's not our fault you don't have any self-control. I'm happy I don't work there anymore. It was honestly the lowest point in my life. Edit. Just remembered another one. College age couple comes in and are there for a while. The girl goes into the bathroom and the guy waits outside. After about 15 minutes he asks a passing lady to check on her because she hasn't answered his text. Lady comes back out and grabs a security guard. The girl had sliced her wrists while in the bathroom with her boyfriend waiting maybe 15 feet away. Luckily I was on my way out that night, so I wasn't around for the rest of it. It was the bathroom right by the outlet I was working in. Former poker dealer at a casino. An older gentleman started to have a heart attack at the table. I called the floor person for assistance with the call button. Paramedics are rushed in, etc. all within minutes. In this instance I'm instructed to keep the game rolling by the floor person as he whispered in my ear. 2 hands are dealt and played, and a player at the table requested the heart attack guy get moved somewhere else as it is disrupting the game. Another player asked to have his chips picked up and call for the open seat because we have a wait list. I was disgusted. There were these 2 middle-aged Greek or Cypriot ladies who were always on the slot machines. Every day when I started my shift they were there and they were there when I finished 1 hours later. And still they're in the same clothes the next day oftentimes. They were super nice and always polite to the staff. One day they hit the jackpot and win big. I think it was either £15k or £45k. It was a good few years ago now. Everyone was overjoyed for them, except the managers obviously. Well, the managers then gave them free meals at the restaurant and an open bar tab until every single penny of that money was clawed back into the casino. I'm late here so this probably won't get seen, but people with gambling addictions really need to get help. I witnessed firsthand some tragic at the casino. I worked valet at a casino and brought down one of the regulars' truck. He seemed his usual self, handed me 5 and said have a good day. As I'm walking off I hear a clap. Kinda sounded like someone dropped something really heavy. Turned around and didn't see anything, so oh well. Went and brought down the next car and realized dude's truck is still there. I pull up next to it and his head is laid back with blood all over the side window. To make matters worse, right about that time his daughter, probably in her early 20s, comes out screaming and falling on the ground because she saw her dad shot himself. Then the BF or bother, not sure, came out and was trying to lift her off the ground because she looked like she was about to faint. The whole situation was just so tragic. I can seriously still hear screams saying back quote no dad, no war, makes my eyes water just thinking about it. The casino offered free counseling to us that were there, and I talked to someone a couple times. It was hard to take all that in. Edit. Rumor was that he obviously went in and lost a shoot ton, so he went out in his truck and ended it. I did casino security for 3 years before I became a police officer. Had a code M, medical. Early one morning, around 4 or 5 am, old guy in his 80s passed out and fell out of his chair, wife sitting next to him. I was the first to get to him, did a quick assessment and found he didn't have a pulse. Immediately started CPR. The old lady looked over and said, oh, he does this all the time. Don't worry about him. Between chest compressions, I told her he wasn't breathing and she just kept playing her a lot machine. She didn't miss a spin, even when the paramedics took him away. I saw her again the next night and asked how he was doing. With the straightest face ever, she said, oh, he never woke up. I'm sure he's in a freezer by now, and went right back to the same machine she was playing the night before. We had to evacuate and close down for the rest of the day due to a burst pipe causing no running water. When I walked outside there was an elderly lady throwing a legit tantrum in the parking lot. She was on the ground kicking and screaming. Her screams sounded like something you'd expect from someone who'd just lost a family member, not someone who had to leave the casino for a few hours. I left, but some, or the security who were dealing with her told me later she was too upset to drive home, and they had to call a family member to pick her up. I've seen some shoot. A lot of what others have commented is fairly common, but this was definitely the most messed up. In general, people who come for the first time and are super nice and friendly, they don't care about winning or losing much, just came to have fun. They come back a few more times. Then after 2 years they're regulars that don't smile anymore. They don't laugh. They don't count their wins, just their losses, and sweat every calm point they earn, and act like gambling is their job now and the focus of their life. I've seen more than one person have this happen to them. The other saddest thing is when a regular stops coming in and their spouse comes out and tells us they passed. We are almost family with some of our regulars and it hurts to get that news.